Hi, I'm Diene of Space Parasite, and this is Dave Softees Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. Stay tuned!
Alrighty, Metal Maniacs, here we go. Please help me welcome to Metal Messiah Radio, hailing from Berlin, Germany, from heavy thrash metal band Space Parasites. Joining us, we have the vocalist, Diene. I said that right?
Hey, how are you?
All right. Thank you, Diene, for being here with us to talk about your band. You are on Vlad's roster, and he told me, I have this new band on my roster, check him out. And that's what I do. I do interviews for his roster. And thank you for taking the time to be here. And Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, to you too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Would you be kind enough to tell the listeners out there who makes up the rest of Space Parasites?
All right, I'll do that. So we have Gory Di on the bass and Willi Wild on the drums. We have Daschke on the guitars and me, myself, and I on the vocals.
Gotta say, I love the names. It sounds like, I don't know, like Marvel comic characters or something. It's great names, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
These are your stage names, though, right?
Yes, yes, of
Very,
course.
very nice. Thank you for supplying us with that information. And like I said, welcome to the Metal Meltdown. Thank you for taking the time to be here. How you doing out there in Berlin?
Actually, I'm not in Berlin. I live in Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, which is in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah, the band is in
Yeah,
Berlin though, but the band is based in Berlin.
the band is based in Berlin. Yeah, I go there every week. So,
I see. And
or
your English is fantastic, by the way.
yeah, I went to Canada and moved to Abbotsford, which is also in the middle of nowhere. They have a strip club though.
Oh yeah, nice. Very
Yeah, and
interesting.
like 100 of churches. Well, yeah. That's probably why my English is so good because nobody else spoke German there.
I see. Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's learn all we can about your band, Space
Yeah.
Paradise. I see that the band formed in 2017, and we're here to talk about your band's brand new release, Raw and Violent, out on Zoundr. Is Zoundr a label, distributor, or how would you describe what Zoundr and what they've done for you? What led to you to join with them?
Well, Zoundr is a label, and that's what we needed just for like a professional appearance. And we wanted to be able to consider all the ways of marketing, and that's why we needed a label code. That's what you need to be played on radio stations in Germany. In Germany, you have like lots of things you have to do, like lots of paperwork and all that stuff you don't want to do. And we also were in a huge rush to get it all done because the record release party was like around the corner, and yeah, it was a little bit stressful, and Zoundr seemed like a good idea, and it was actually. Yeah, they're
Excellent.
good.
It sounds
Yeah,
like it sounds like it's working out for you.
yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Well, it's just we actually did it just for the label code. Everything else we're doing by ourselves.
I see. Okay. And I'm interested to know how did the band come up with the name Space Parasites, and who actually selected the name for the band Space Parasites?
Um, Iron Daschke is a lot of into all those 80s movies, like horror movies and weird kind of stuff. And he had this name kicked around in his head as he was watching all those classic B movies. And then he went to the rehearsal room and told all the others. I wasn't there at the time because I came into the band when the name was already there. So, but I liked it. And then he said, "Well, I have this name. It's Space Parasite," and everyone was like, "Yeah, that's cool. We take that. That sounds awesome."
It definitely
Because
works. Yeah.
yeah,
And,
it's
and
like, and we all like Rick and Morty, of course.
very nice. And I'm interested to know also how does your music all come together? Who's responsible for writing the words, and who's responsible for making the melodies? If you could tell us any information on that, I would really appreciate it.
Iron Daschke and me, we're working both on the lyrics, but he does all the music stuff.
I see.
And he's like, we once had a call from him in our WhatsApp group, and he was humming into his mobile. He was on holiday, and I have the sound in my head. I have to hum it into the mobile because I'm not at home. I don't have a guitar with me. I'm on vacation, and then we heard this. It was funny. So he has all this stuff in his head, and then like he's inspired by fragments of brainworms, and he builds it further and refines it until everything is set, and then the lyrics are usually finalized before, and then he writes all the music, and then we put it all together, and then yeah.
Thank you so much for giving us the detail behind that. That's always a very interesting thing for me to hear.
Yeah.
And I'd like to also know who produced Raw and Violent, and where was this mixed, mastered, and recorded?
Okay. We recorded the album at Resonanzkatastrophe in Berlin. It was a friend of Iron Daschke. His name's Theo, and he did the recording and the mixing. So we first met him when we made our demo, A Date with Thrash Doctor. It has 5 songs.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and it was fun to do it because we were in Daschke's house at the time. And it was really weird because I had to scream and I was in a house where with neighbors and stuff. And well, it worked out quite fine, so was all good. So we decided to ask him if he had the time to record our actual record, and he did, and it was fun. And the mastering was done by Alessandro Sisti at Alhec Mastering. He's a metal fan. He's cool as hell.
The end product is really good. You should be very proud.
Thank you.
Yeah, and also the cover art, the imagery, I like it very much. The guitar and the logo, everything about this really is like win-win. So could you tell us more about who designed the CD art and also the band logo?
Yes, of course. Iron Daschke is a tattoo artist, so he does all the artwork and all that stuff. So he created the band logo. And for the cover art, he tried to come up with something that actually captures the album. Like, it had to be raw and violent. And he has this self-made guitar, so he poured some like fake blood on it, and then he took a picture.
That's works. It works.
Yeah, that's like raw and violent.
There you go. And I just want to give a couple of links out there because one of the most important things about doing these interviews is on getting the fans out there that like this music to support the bands, because we are in the underground and we need all the help that we can get. And I just want to let you know, I've been inviting my entire friend list to like your band page, Space Parasites, awesome, on Facebook. So hopefully you'll notice an increase in the amount of likes on that page. I think I was on the page earlier today, and you seem to be very happy with. You reached, at the time, that wasn't today, it was, I guess, a couple of days ago, you reached 666 likes, and I thought that was...
Yes, of course, that was awesome.
Unbelievable, right? So I believe it will continue to grow, so I wish that for you. I also want to give your Big Cartel page, that's spaceparadites.bigcartel.com. The reason why I'm giving these links is because I want to know, if you could tell me if I'm correct, where would be the best place for a Space Parasite fan to get a copy of the CD or whatever other merch you may have. Would it be one of those links, or do you suggest a different link?
That's bigcartel.com. You can always, when you get to our homepage, you just click on shop, and then you get to the Big Cartel shop, and there you can buy all the merch, or you just come down and see us at a show.
Right, that's always the best way, right?
Yeah.
But beyond the CDs, what other merch do you currently have available to your fans?
Oh, we have loads. Like, we still have Spidora t-shirts and Mutant Killer Lies shirts. Spidora is like a Spider Woman kind of thingy. And, well, Mutant Killer Lies, just, yeah, it's awesome. We have joggers and patches, gym bags, raw and violent, both vinyl and CD. The demo is still available. And most importantly, we have Schlüpper. Which is a slang word for underwear in Old Berlin tongue.
Oh.
Briefs, underwear for girls and boys from Space Stripper, Pants Ripper.
Wow, that's quite an impressive list of merch you have. I would never have expected that.
I love the idea of having briefs, really. I just love it, because nobody else has that.
Right, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you can never have enough merch, especially if you have a favorite band and you want to have everything and you're a collector. Really, I'm very happy to hear that you have all that merch. That's outstanding.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope that you could sell out.
Hope so too.
And I want to talk to you about some past performances. If you have any information for us, if you could share with us some highlights of your past performances, in support of Raw and Violent, or if you have any shows coming up that we could spread the word on, we would love to hear it.
Well, we had the last show we played was really crazy because we decided the evening before, we decided, tomorrow we're gonna eat a lot of garlic and like really stinky stuff, and it was glorious. We stank. It was vulgar, and it was so hilarious because the people walking by, they were commenting on it. Oh, like, oh, it smells like garlic. It really smells bad. And we were sitting there just like, oh my God, what have we done? And every time I burped, it was like hell. Oh my God.
I can imagine. Yeah.
but it was fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. I tell you, I'd rather smell like garlic than smell like, you go to these shows and everyone smells like urine. I'd rather smell like garlic than urine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
And we had one of the best shows we had was actually the one in Athens. It was a benefit party for someone who was really ill and he needed a special medical treatment. So we went to Greece for one concert, and it was crazy. It was like I think the more beer cans they throw on stage, the more they like the band. Because we had most beer cans on stage.
Wow.
It was crazy, and it was at I think a law university in Greece, one of the biggest they have there. It was really crazy. It was crowded, and everyone was really, really nice. It was really good.
Wow, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. We have no shows yet booked for next year, but we are still working on new songs, and we'll add a second guitarist player. So it means we have a lot of training first.
But that's a lot of good news, though. You have the music that you're working on, and you have another guitarist. That means the future looks promising for Space Parasites. Yeah. Also, I was looking for videos. I was on YouTube, and I saw a Space Parasites topic, and I noticed there was some MP3 clips there, but I have not noticed if there's any music or lyrical videos out there. If there is, please inform us where we could find it. And if there's not, do you plan as a band to be making any future musical or lyrical videos for this release?
Not actually lyrical videos, but we have a video coming up for Children of the Witch. That will be released early next year.
Very good. Thanks for that information. I actually played that song the other night on the air, and we had a nice full chat room, and I'm saying this voice reminds me of something, but I can't pinpoint it. And other people agree too. And I got to tell you, one person said in chat, reminding them of Cartman of South Park. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, not really.
Yeah, it's a cartoon here in the States. I guess you can see it on YouTube anytime. South Park, and Cartman is
South Park. Yeah, Cartman. Yeah,
his voice. They compared your vocal styling to Cartman. Now I'm talking to you now, and I would never imagine that you have such a nice voice, talking voice, and you really have a changed voice for your vocal styling. It's like really you're putting everything into that. It's like really almost like a brutal sound you're getting out of your voice.
Yeah.
So what do you think of that comparison, though? It's kind of ironic. I never, when they said that, I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, okay, I can see that.
I think you need a lot of fantasy to like compare me to Eric Cartman. I mean, I watched South Park in the original language, like English.
Yes.
Of course, yeah, and well, you know the voice you have in your head. It always sounds different than to the one you're actually listening to when you have it on a CD. So
right.
I can't compare myself to Eric Cartman.
No.
One said, because Eric Cartman is really crazy, and few people said it must be a young Doro or oh my God, what's her name again? The singer of Holy Moses. I forgot her name.
So Sabrina.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that too. That's probably where I was thinking. But yeah, your next recording, you're gonna have to say, "Respect my authority." Just joking. But yeah, I just had to share that with you because I just played that tune that you just talked about, the witch, and I just said I got to tell you this because you won't believe it. You probably don't believe it, but it actually did happen in the show.
I was actually, because I read we had a comment on YouTube that said Eric Cartman as a singer on Voodoo Heartbeat, I think was that.
Oh,
And since that, I'm thinking about buying myself a shirt of Eric Cartman.
that'd be a great idea. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course. I think I'm gonna do that.
You could do that. You could play with it too. Like I said, in your future recordings, you could do some little, little line of his into your music, and people will be like, "Really? Wow! Look at this. Go with
Yeah,
it." Maybe
I'm gonna do that.
maybe it'll be a win-win situation for you. Who knows?
Of course, yeah, that would
Yeah.
be awesome. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for letting me share that moment with you. I figure that's not something that happens ever. So I figured share that with you. So thanks for hearing me out on that. I thought that was funny. That was cute. So what is next for you in the band? Anything that you could tell us? I know you have a new guitarist. You just mentioned that, and you're working on new music. And it's going to be a process, you think, to get the band the way you want it to be before you start recording more material?
Yeah, I think for the next record, it's gonna take us more time then,
Right.
because we recorded this record in, like, I don't know, a week or something.
Wow.
I sang all the songs like in one day. It was really crazy. And yeah, new shows, new songs, new record, and new people. That's
Wow.
it for the next. But it's gonna take, like, we want to play shows, of course, first.
Right, I understand that. Sure. So when the time is right and you have new music out there that you want to promote, I'd be more than happy to have you back on Metal Meltdown to talk about that at that time.
Awesome, thank you.
Great, right. I'm glad you are receptive of that. And what do you do when you're not doing the band? Do you have like a regular job?
Um, well, Iron Daschke is a tattoo artist, and Willi is an ambulance driver. Gory D does stage layout and all the technical hullabaloo stuff. And me, yeah, I'm a Jane of all trades.
Oh yeah.
I I do carpentry, bookkeeping. I'm a speaker, and I refurbish old GDR motorcycles, like
Interesting. Wow.
at Simpson, and like RT. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
That's nice. Thank you for sharing all that with us. And I really have enjoyed talking with you. It's been a pleasure for me, and I never expected what you would sound like. And when I first heard you, and you're like, "Wow, your English is so good," and you were telling us the reason why. But that's not something that I never spoke to you before, so I never expected that. And I expected it based on what people thought of the sound of the music, that I might not be able to do the interview
Yeah.
if I'm laughing too hard talking to Eric Cartman. No. But pleasingly enough, that was not the case, and I thank you again. And I just want to know if there's anything that you'd like to say to your fans around the world that are tuning in at this time. For me, I would say that Space Parasites is a new band, up and coming band, and you have a ways to go to build up your listeners. And like I say, you're a new band to me. And what do you want to say to the fans out there that are tuning in right now?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you for this interview. It was awesome. It's actually my first interview.
You did a
I
great
think,
job. You did outstanding. You're a lot of fun to
thank
talk
you.
to. Yeah, pleasure.
Yeah, it has been awesome. I think, yeah, I don't know what to say. And I also have to say, for everyone in our band, Iron Daschke says, turn off the telly, turn on the radio, the guitar. Turn off the telly, turn on the guitar and the
Nice,
radio.
nice. Yeah.
Our very, very quiet drummer says, hello. Gory D.
Greetings to your drummer.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Gory D says, death to all but metal. And me, because I'm a weird person, say, so long and thanks for all the fish.
There you go. And I'm really happy that you got with me today to do the interview. And I do a lot of interviews, especially for Vlad. I support his roster. And a common thing happens, and this is why I'm bringing this up. You did a fantastic job. You by
Thank
yourself doing the interview, you don't need an entire band on an interview. But a lot of bands out there that I approach, they want to get everybody in on the interview. But we just proved that that's not necessary. You know?
No, it's not. Well, you have to talk to your bandmates about all the questions that you get
Oh
it
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, yeah. I respect that. But as far as doing the actual interview, sometimes you get with the entire band and one person speaks anyway. So, but
Yeah, that's true.
I think we did a great job here. I really enjoyed this interview. I find it to be a great interview. I want to thank you again for this opportunity to learn more about your band. And before we go crank up more music from Space Parasites, I just want to make sure that we brought everything that we could out to the listeners. Is there anything else that you wanted to bring out that we have yet to discuss?
I don't know. It's Sunday and I just came home from the Christmas market. My
Yeah.
boyfriend works there and I don't know. I really have no idea. I was enjoying myself really much and it was awesome talking to you. And I hope you enjoy our music. If you have any questions, feel free to send us messages or ask whatever you want to ask.
I
I'll
appreciate
make
that.
sure I'll answer.
I appreciate that very much, and thank you for your time again. And we'll spread the word on Metal Messiah Radio, on Metal Meltdown, and the other DJs that want to play your music. We'll let them as well spread the word. And if anyone has questions, we'll guide them in the right direction. And being that there is a time difference in most cases, especially if we're in the States and you're not. So be patient with the answering time frame, but you definitely will answer, and I appreciate you answering me this morning about the interview, and I'm glad that we got this done. So I want to wish you the best, and you and all of Space Parasites, and may you have a great new year, and I'm looking forward to our future possibilities of further interviews for each new release that you have. So keep doing what you're doing, have fun with it, and I really have enjoyed talking with you. It was not expected, but really appreciated. So thank you so much for that.
Well, thank you. It was awesome. Thank you.
All right. Cheers. Let's go crank up some more Space Parasites, and let's crank it up loud.
Yeah.